It's a little late in the season, but we got two bikes we want to test out. One, the 454cc Trinity. We are going to do a full rebuild on it, but we want to make sure there's no bugs in the electrical system or anything else before we transplant a whole new motor in it and start chasing problems that aren't with the motor and are with the electrical or the chassis. The only problem that I see with it once we went through it is it's got no front brakes. We took the brake out so we wouldn't squeeze it. All it has is the wrong banjo bolt in it. When you got the two feeds, you need two hole banjo bolt. This is the stock bolt somebody stuck in there. It doesn't work. So that's the only thing. It's got a nice big desert tank. This one right here, little 380cc 4mm stock stroke, came in because he overheated it. He didn't hurt it. It was just bubbling out the overflow. And if you have a Banshee, you know that if you kick these things butts while riding them and don't let them cool, they're going to pop out the overflow. They always do. So when it starts popping out the overflow, just let it cool down. Now, let it cool down, even with an aftermarket radiator. With the horsepower we put out of these things, you gotta let them cool down. You know, it's like a $2 hooker. Slap her around a little bit, she's a lot of fun, but beat the hell out of her and you're going to jail. You don't want to seize up your bike. We are going to meet Mark up in the mountains because the desert's too hot. Even the mountains are going to be the mid-90s right now. Mark likes to race for the work circuit, and he's got a little track up there that he likes to test on and shake out his bike and keep his skills on point for when he needs to race. So we're going to meet him up there and let him kick us around the track. These aren't set up for the track, and these are set up for the dunes, but we got knobbies on them, and we're going to go have some fun. You're late.
I know.
Slacker.
I'm such a slacker, dude. You don't even know.
I like your 6 o'clock, and then let's meet at 7:30.
So you want to know where I was?
Yeah, tell me the story.
I was looking for distilled water.
You were looking for distilled water?
Yeah, I built this quad at like midnight last night, and I had engine ice, and I dumped engine ice in it, and it was like just a little short. And you can't mix engine ice with like any green or orange stuff.
Oh yeah.
So
you need to put a lot of water in it.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I need distilled water, and I went to Walmart, and they didn't even have any distilled water. And then I ran into somebody that I knew, and she's like talking my ear off. I'm like, lady, I gotta go. Like, so yeah.
So you stopped and got water this morning?
I tried to.
Oh. So you don't have any?
They were out. No, I still don't have any. So I was gonna. I don't know.
Just grab any water. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's just gonna.
Whatever. You're splitting hairs.
Yeah.
So, this is a Raptor 660.
Yeah.
Okay. And you just got it together?
Yeah. I've put like 20 hours on this motor, and then I decided I wanted to try a high compression piston. So I went up to an 11-to-1, and I did a new cam chain and tensioner while I had a top end apart, and a clutch and a water pump. So, and then I didn't finish. I went out to dinner. I went to the fair and to dinner last night, and I didn't get back until like 9:30, and then started all that. So I finished at like midnight.
Wow.
I started
Thrash
my
fest.
garage, yeah, and then I slept for like.
So this is yours? You bought it, or are you just doing a customer?
No, this is mine. It was a big job that I did on a diesel truck, and the guy didn't have all the money.
Of course.
So yeah, and I was like, he was like, I got a quad that's blown up. I can trade you, knock a few $100 off. So I got it for like $300.
Ah,
yeah,
excellent deal.
And then I rebuilt it, and yeah, it's done good.
Never been to this place. We're 4,000 feet up between San Diego and El Central. It's 8:30 and 93 degrees. Should be a fun day. Okay, this is the Banshee with the stock cylinder 4mm build. It's running 160 compression, so we're mixing a little extra octane with that pump. It's got a sleeper style head on it, custom cut domes, stock carbs, CPI pipes, big tank, dual pingle. Just a nice little stock build. This one is an old Trinity, a 454cc. It's a 4 mil long rod with, I haven't torn it apart. I think it's a 70 bore, whatever the math works out to be, either 454. You don't see Trinity stuff around anymore. It's even got Trinity pipes. Everything's Trinity head. It's got 35mm PWKs on it through some K&N pods. This one's only running 130 compression, so it's pump gas friendly. We are tearing it down to do a cub build, I believe a 421. This seems to run fine. We just wanted to get a little bit on it before we tore it and did a whole rebuild on it. It looks like a nice build. I know Trinity got a lot of flack back in the day before they closed it all up for all these builds. So we're going to shake this one out and see how it acts before we rebuild the whole thing into a 421 Cub. But you don't get any traction. Yeah. The torque on that thing's really nice on the bottom. I hear you hit your rev limiter.
Yeah, I keep bouncing off of something over here, and it's right.
Oh, fun.
And also, yeah, like you're just not hooking up at all.
Oh yeah. This is not the Banshee's forte here. You know, we do the dunes. That is great for trails and tight stuff like this. There's so many whoops out here. Yeah. We're not used to this. But what we've proven is this Trinity runs just fine. It's a great little runner. Pump gas, 130 PSI. She does fine.
Sounds great. Like right behind you.
Yeah.
That wide open, like right about here. I'm like, damn, that thing's running crisp.
Yeah, for being this high up too. I thought it would be super fat, and it is a little on bottom. Yeah. But once you get it revving, oh yeah, it just sucks it and spits it. All right, let's see if that thing overheats.
Yeah, that's the one we're questioning, huh?
Yeah.
Got to follow him through the little berm track right down here. It's 2 turns and then these 2 turns.
I'm not following him anywhere. He spits too much dirt and dust. You get a mouthful of fruity pebbles. Is that a full lap around the track that you just did?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Dude, somebody's been driving a Razor on this thing.
Yeah.
These whoops are so deep now.
I can see that they're really deep.
And dude, on a stock shock, it's ridiculous.
Is that a stock shock on there? Your fronts are good though, right? You got aftermarket suspension and shocks in the front?
Yeah, and so I ordered a Elka stage, I think it's stage 3 rear shock, but it's being built and valved right now.
We're gonna do a whole lap. Alright.
Oh my freaking God. I like went 5 miles an hour around that whole thing, and
Now, when Mark...
up there I was ready. I was like, I want to go back.
I want to go back. I'm done.
That's nuts. God, all I can say is Mark can take a friggin' beat, man. That is so tough. That really makes me feel all of my 53, 54. I'm losing count. Close to middle of 50s. Woo. Now I remember why I stopped riding these things. That is something. That I'll tell you right now. That is no fun at all. Not even a little bit.
Hey Mark, now tell him your average lap time with Braxton out here.
Like 3 minutes.
Give me 3 hours. What do you think, Eric? The dunes or this stuff?
It's a lot different, that's for sure.
Honestly, I prefer the dunes for just riding.
Oh yeah.
But
Dunes
for
are
training,
where
for
it's
racing,
Yeah, you got
Yeah.
you're doing it for a purpose.
yeah, I can't do any better than this. So.
Yeah. I totally respect that, man. That is just hardcore. What you do on these things out there.
For an hour.
Oh my God. I don't know how you. I'd pass out after 5 minutes. I swear I would. I'd pass out.
When he pits, I have water ready. I throw it on
Yeah,
him and then gas him.
Dump it down
That's
my
it.
helmet.
That's it.
Yeah,
Let
that's
him go.
it, huh? Wow.
And I have one of each tire
Do,
at the pit.
do you ride with a camel pack or anything to
I
have
used
water?
to, but
But it just
started
gets in your way
bugging
and
me,
too
yeah.
much weight.
I want one of the
Only important shit. Gas
Right,
only.
yeah, true water. No, I want one of the. Some guys run
Fanny
the
pack.
fanny pack camelbacks.
with the
so it's got
hose.
a half bladder in it.
Oh yeah.
That's nice, but I mean, right now they cut in works. They cut the races down to an hour, so it's not too bad. I can go an
You
hour.
can go an hour.
And then,
He's a camel on top of being everything else.
but I might put it back in.
Okay, let's run these drag racing.
These two?